Hi everyone, welcome back to Home with Marie. Today I'm sharing 8 fall DIYs inspired by Pottery Barn, but using Dollar Tree supplies so you can get that cozy high-end look without spending much. First up, I'm turning this glass pumpkin jar into a soap dispenser. I just poked a hole in the metal lid using scissors. It was easy because the metal is so thin. Then I took the pump from an old soap container, glued it into the hole with E6000, let it dry, and filled it with pumpkin scented soap. So simple, but it looks adorable on your sink. I grabbed these little pumpkin salt and pepper shakers and wanted to give them that aged Pottery Barn look. I used a damp paper towel to blend some brown paint into the grooves, then finished them with a coat of glossy Mod Podge for that glazed high-end look. Easy and cute. For this one, I used a pair of Dollar Tree socks. I cut off the bottom, stuffed it with the leftover fabric and extra sock, and tied it shut with jute twine. Then I wrapped the twine around the pumpkin to make the grooves and around the top to form a stem. I finished it off with a little twine bow and a tiny ribbon from the sock fabric. Super cozy and budget friendly. I took this pumpkin garland from Dollar Tree and wanted to mimic a Pottery Barn style. I brushed dark antiquing wax onto the unfinished wood beads, then used a sponge for the second coat to get an even finish. To tone down the bright orange pumpkins on the strand, I mixed burnt sienna with a bit of beige and brushed it over them. It softens the look and makes it feel more high-end. I grabbed a few small pumpkins from Dollar Tree and wanted a cohesive orangey brown look. I painted them with raw sienna and blended beige into the grooves for depth and that artisan feel. Now they look warm and fit right in with the rest of my decor. For this wreath, I used a small Dollar Tree wreath form and filled half of it with mini fabric pumpkins. For the empty space, I opened up some raffia ribbon and covered it up to add in a natural color tone. It's a simple way to make a cozy, layered fall wreath. Using a plain white mug and some nail polish from Dollar Tree, I painted 3 little pumpkins. While the polish was still tacky, I used a toothpick to draw on subtle little pumpkin faces. It's perfect for a festive fall cup and is an easy dupe for a similar Pottery Barn mug. For the final project, I took a pumpkin from my stash and wanted a moody golden Pottery Barn look. I painted it black, then used antique gold rub and buff to highlight the outside while leaving some black showing through. It's aged, elegant, and makes such a statement. And there you have it, 8 cozy, fall-inspired Dollar Tree DIYs that have been refreshed to give them more of a high-end look. I hope this gives you some fun, budget-friendly ideas to decorate your home for the season. Let me know down below which one you might like to try. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any upcoming DIYs. Thanks so much for crafting with me today, and I'll see you next time. Bye!